sums and differences of measurement. So we have two kitchen cupboards. So the example is given like a for explaining this two kitchen cupboards. First, the cupboards have a of width of 300 millimeter, and the second one is 500 millimeter. Correct to the when it says correct means now he will say the accuracy term. Correct to the nearest millimeter. So first the first cupboard. Let me draw the cupboard. This is like this kind of this. So this is our first cupboard. Now this is our second cupboard. This is the width of this one is like a 300 millimeter, and the width of this one is like a 500 millimeter. Now the question is to find some the what is the higher the smallest width of a both. If I sum both, what is the lower bounds of a sum or upper bounds of a sum? First, we have to find for this note. Note here is to find the lower bounds of a sum. For finding the lower bounds of a sum, what we will do, add the lower bounds of both. Add the lower bounds. So first of all, now we will find the lower bounds of a both and upper bounds of a both. So first I want to find the lower bounds of a both. So it says first if one found the lower bound first, we will find the accuracy. No? So correct to the nearest millimeter. So correct to the nearest millimeter. It's like the accuracy is our accuracy is 1 millimeter. correct to the nearest millimeter. So the error term here is error term here is 1 divided by 2, and you will get to 0.5 millimeter. So the lower bound of a small box, I might say, is like a 300 minus 0.5. You will get 299.5 millimeter. So upper bound of a larger, it's 500 minus 0.5, so you will get 400 and oh sorry, it's also a lower bound of a larger. Let's correct it. It's a lower bound of a large cupboard. So this is 499.5. So while finding the lower bounds of sum, lower bounds of sum, so add the lower bounds of a small and lower bounds of a large. So 299.5 plus 499.5. So add them. So 499.5, 299.5 plus them. So this becomes a 0. 1 will go up. So 99 plus 99, it's 18. 18 plus 1, you will get 99, and 1 will go up. So 99, 18, now you will get 19. 19 and 1 will go up. So this 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So the lower bound of a sum is 799 millimeter. So for finding the upper bound, note here is for finding the note to find the upper bound upper bounds of a sum, add the upper bounds. So for adding the upper bounds, first you have to find the upper bounds of both cupboard, the small cupboard and the large cupboard. So here now the small cupboard, we have the upper bound of a small cupboard is like a 300 millimeter plus 0.5. This is our error term. So now you will get to 300.5 millimeter. And upper bound of a larger, this is 500 plus 0.5, you will get 500.5 millimeter. So now what is the sum of both? No? So finding the upper bounds of a sum. So here we are in this section, we are basically doing is the sum of measurements. No? So while summing the measurement, we will sum these. No? So upper bound of sums. So lower bound, upper bound of a small plus upper bound of a large, you will get 300.5 plus 500.5 and in the last you will get 801 millimeter. So quite simple. So now we got the both the sums, the both of a lower bound of a sums and the upper bound of sums. So now we conclude here is, so the width is between 799 millimeter, and so the width, that is the width, and 801 millimeter. So this is our conclusion. Now, what we are doing here is we will find the differences. So basically, the topic of our is about the sums and the difference. Now we'll find the differences. No? So for finding the difference, let's align these both. For finding the differences, to find the upper bound of a difference. So to find, first note here is to find the upper bound of differences subtract the lower bound of the smaller value from the upper bound of the larger. So what it says, let's see from the number line system. So we have a smaller cupboard here now. So this is our length for 300 millimeter. So this is our error term 300.5 millimeter, and this is our lower bound, and now this is our upper bound for the smaller. So this is what will become 299.5. So now here this will become 500 millimeter. So so this will become 500.5. So now here it is 499.5 millimeter. So while finding the upper bound of a difference, is subtract the lower bound of a smaller value from the upper bound of a larger. So what is the lower bound of a smaller? So this is the lower bound of a smaller, and this is the upper bound of a smaller. So upper bound of a difference is like a large distance. You can conclude here is like a large distance. I may write in a mathematical term is upper bound of difference is upper bound of a large minus lower bound of smaller. So upper bound of a large is 500.5, minus lower bound of a smaller is 299.5. So the 0.5 will become a cancel, and in the last you will get how much? 299 500. So this will become a 10. 10 minus 9 will get 1. This will become a 9, and 9 minus 9 will get 0, and this will become a 4. So 4 minus 2 you will get 2. So in the last you will get 201. 201 millimeter. So this is our upper bound of a difference. So now the second part. Now the second is to find the lower bound of a difference. Either subtract the upper bound of the smaller value from the lower bound of the larger. So what it says that in a number line it says, let's suppose we have this kind of so this is a smaller cupboard width. So this is our atom 300.5, and this is our upper bound, and this is our smaller 1 2 1 and 2. So this is our 299.5. So now this is our 500.5, 499.5. So these are the this is our when we're finding the lower bound of a difference, it's like if I explain this this is our upper bound of a smaller, and this is our larger bound of a lower bound of a larger. So lower bound of larger minus upper bound of smaller. So 499.5 minus 300.5, you will get 0.5 will be cancelled, and at the last you will get 499 from 399.99, you will get 199 millimeter. So this is our lower bound of difference. Lower bound of difference. So this was a 201 millimeter. Now this is our 199 millimeter. So the situation is clear here now.